everybody, welcome to my video on Melodyne versus Autotune. In this quick video I'm going to show you the differences between the Melodyne and Autotune style of plugins, and I'm going to specifically show you how to use Melodyne and how to use an Autotune plugin on a vocal. Okay, what is the difference between Melodyne and Autotune? I'm going to show you. I've got Melodyne Studio and I'm using it as a plugin. You can use this with any digital audio workstation, any version of Melodyne, and also any piece of Autotune software. The Autotune software that I'll be showing you this example with is the Waves Real-Time Tuner. And this is pretty much a copy of the Antares Autotune, which is the most famous version of the Autotune softwares that are available. So what is the difference between Melodyne and Autotune? It's very, very simple. The real-time tune is like a blanket, a blunt instrument that will just change the pitch of all the notes that you're singing based on preset parameters, and it can be done in real time as you're actually recording. So the Waves Real-Time Tuner can be really fun to play around with in vocal sessions because you can actually hear the effect of the auto-tune in real time as you're recording the audio, whereas Melodyne is a post-production plugin. You have to actually take the vocalist, you have to get them to sing first, and then you print that audio into Melodyne where you have really fine control over the pitch and the timing and all sorts of other factors. You can create fake harmonies. You can do a lot with Melodyne. It's a really powerful plugin. It's like, you know, surgical tool for fixing pitch and time, whereas Autotune is more of a blunt instrument. It just does one thing and does it depending on which parameters you have set. So with this real-time plugin, I'm just going to quickly show you how the Autotune works and how Melodyne works. When we load up a vanilla version of this plugin, you'll see here that it has the note transition is set to 120 milliseconds. That's when the note changes to another note, how long it allows kind of the glissando between the two notes. If you set this down here, it will sound really artificial. And the speed is which affects how quickly the Autotune starts once the transient hits this plugin. So if you want it to kick in right away, you can set that down to 0.1 of a millisecond. Here we got the vibrato. You'll sound very artificial if you go down there. It will remove the natural vibrato of the note. Here it's just keeping the natural vibrato, or you can accentuate the vibrato. And then also you can give the percentage amount of pitch correction from 1 to 100%, and you can snap to a scale. So if you know the key that your song is in, you can say I'm singing in C major, and you'll see here it will actually in C major there's only the white notes, none of the black notes. So this little minus thing it's not going to let any of these notes get hit in the Autotune. In this particular session, it was just a bit of a writing session. I was trying out a few loops and I was trying to write a melody, and it was more just having a bit of fun, and I wanted it to go for a really overly auto-tuned sound like the modern R&B pop, you know, Post Malone, T-Pain, all that kind of, you know, really overly auto-tuned. So this song was actually in the key of B flat, and I think the natural minor scale worked really well. You can actually go in and tell it to skip individual notes here. So that's a C sharp, and you can tell it to go up or down whenever it hits a C sharp, or not play it at all. But we're allowing it because in this particular song that note is there. So I've set the note transition to 0.1 milliseconds. I've set the speed to 0.1 milliseconds. I'll turn that vibrato off, 100% pitch correction. And now let's start monitoring in the Ableton Live, and we'll hear what it sounds like on my voice. Okay, now we're in Ableton Live, and let's just play a little bit of this song so I know what key we're in. We got some effects there. Okay, so I'm just going to sing along, and because I got the pitch correction on the Autotune set so severely, it's going to basically not let me sing a wrong note. I can sing any note I want, and it will sound in tune. Oh, don't you know, I don't even have to know how to sing, and it will sound really cool. So that Waves real-time tuner can be a lot of fun to have it on the front end as you're recording in, but you can also take a vocal take that's already been recorded and you can apply that Waves real-time tuner to it. So this is the actual melody that I came up with when I was just writing this song. It was actually pre-written, and I was just coming up with some new lyrics. So, like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you. They're looking at you. Could you name? So let's have a listen to that vocal without the waves. I was actually using this as I was singing
like
this.
a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you.
So you see, I really didn't hit many of those notes really well, but with the Waves real-time tuner,
Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you.
so you're getting that super duper auto-tune effect there. So if we were going to use Melodyne, I'm just going to disable this Waves real-time plugin, and I'm going to pop Melodyne here right at the start of this signal chain all the way to the left, so that we're not printing in the EQ or the compressor, but I'm just going to turn them all off anyway. Let me just print in you know, about 30 seconds of this audio into Melodyne. So I'm going to open up Melodyne and I'm going to hit transfer and then play.
Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you. They're looking at you. Could you make my wish come true? I like the way, I love the way you move. The way you move. And I know I'm never gonna be alone. I'll find a place I can call home.
So you were just listening to me just singing there, just raw vocal, and now look at that. We've got those. We've got that waveform printed into Melodyne, and what we can do is go in and fix the pitch in Melodyne. Here we go. I've just actually created a Udemy course on beginner to advanced use of Melodyne. So if you want to learn a lot more about Melodyne, I'll pop a link to that course in the description. But I'm just going to quickly...
Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you. They're looking at you.
just fix this pitch.
They're looking at you. They're looking at you. Could you make my wish? Could you make my wish come true? I like the. Could you make my wish come true? I like the way, I love the way you move.
So here I'm just doing some real basic pitch
You
correction.
move. You move. The way you move. And I know I'm never gonna be alone.
So that one was not bad.
I'll find a place. I'll find a place I can call home.
Okay, so let's have a listen to how Melodyne has just fixed that pitch. This is going to sound more natural.
Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking.
I'll pop the effects back on there as well.
Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's. Like a star, you light the room, now.
Oh, I got the real-time tuner on there. Here.
Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you. Looking at you. Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you. Looking at you. Could you make my wish come true? I like the way, I love the way you move. The way you move.
So that's how you use Melodyne, and if you want, you can get that really artificial sound with Melodyne as well, by just basically selecting all, Command A, and I'm going to use the pitch modulation tool, drag that down, the pitch drift tool all the way down, and snap every note. Let's have a listen to that.
Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you. Looking at you. Could you make my wish come true? I like the way, I love the way.
So I can even change the notes in Melodyne. This is a much more surgical tool.
The way I love the way you move. I love you, I like the way, I love the way you move.
I'm going to chop that note in half. Lots of fun to be had with these plugins.
The way I love the way you move.
So I actually much prefer Melodyne over Autotune, but Autotune is, I mean, the only advantage it really has over Melodyne is that it can be used in real time.
Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you. They're looking at you. Could you make my wish come true? I like the way, I love the way you move. When you move, and I know I'm never gonna be alone.
So the other thing you can do with Melodyne is if I duplicate this vocal track, I can create, let's see, a false harmony.
I found a friend, and I know I'm never gonna be alone.
So this is like the duplicated track. Just,
And I know I'm never gonna be alone.
I can change the notes.
No, I'm never gonna be alone.
We're actually snapped to a scale here. So I'm going to turn the scale snap off. No scale snap.
No, I'm never gonna be alone. No, I'm never gonna be alone.
Okay, let's change this one.
No, I'm never gonna be alone. I found a place I can't call home. No, I'm never gonna be alone. I found a place.
So I'm just using my ears to make these harmonies here.
And I know I'm never gonna be alone. I found a place I can't call home.
Alright, let's have a quick listen. Like, this is why I really love Melodyne. Prefer it over Autotune. Let's have a listen to this now.
Like a star, you light the room, now everybody's looking at you. They're looking at you. Could you make my wish come true? I like the way, I love the way you move. When you move, and I know I'm never gonna be alone. I found a place I can't call home.
So you can see that both Autotune and Melodyne do have a place. They are quite different, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to learn more about Melodyne, I've left the Udemy course link in the description rather. And I hope you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.